Praise the Lord. Good morning. I pray this video touches the individual's or person's heart, and that it finds the mark, and that it helps you to forgive. Forgiveness. F-O-R. Forgiveness. Forgave. Forgot. Fortified. Fortunate. 40. 42. Fortified. I mean F-O-R, forward. Forgiveness. I'll forgive, but I'll never forget. I don't know, I just can't forgive. I wish I would forgive him. Bro, I just can't forgive her. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is when you let your heart out of jail. Forgiveness is when you are asking God to cluck you upside your spirit, to give you a blunt force trauma in a supernatural way upside your head and heart, which will cause you to have spiritual amnesia. Forgiveness. Forward. Forgave. Forgot. Forgotten. 40. 45. 42. Fortunate. 4. Space give. I've discovered that a lot of people that are very forgiving are also for the very act of giving. I mean, people who are prudent, stingy, or cheap. But I find that if I take the word forgive and put a space between the R and the G, it becomes an act. So I'm for the act of giving, forgiving. Get it? Spiritual amnesia is something that I dreamed many years ago because I was angry at my ex-wife. I married at a young age. But when I came home from the army in the service of my country, I was a fool. I was a drunk. I was a whore. I'm sorry. I was a druggie. I was the Incredible Hulk Jr. I was self-righteous. I was mean. I was an insomniac. PTSD, crazy, shell shock, out of my mind. Just an angry young man. But then one day, I heard the Lord say to me, "You're hurting strangers and my children, but I forgive you." And then when I divorced, I had to face the music and continue to attend the same church that I was an associate minister at, with all these hidden issues and presumptuous sins. Forgiveness. And to this day, me and my ex-wife are still friends. Two good people who just couldn't make it together. And happenstance, this happens to happen all the time in life, where you have two good people who just can't make it together. Forgiveness. We have to let our hearts out of jail, you know. You the jailer with the key, and every day you walk by the same old jail cell that your heart is locked up in. And you have the key, and the key is forgiveness. Oh, I just can't forgive him. I can't forgive her. I can forgive, but I can't forget. You can forget. And so when I returned back to church, worship service, and I kept hearing people say, "You should have left this church. You ought to go back to Alabama. How can you still show your face around here?" And one Sunday morning, this sister cornered me. All the years of being in the ministry, I knew how to duck and dodge and not to be isolated or cornered. But this one morning, I got cornered, and this sister said to me, "How can you show your face around here? How can you continue to belong to this church the way your wife did you? She shot you out of a cannon." And I laughed. And I saw her. She was kind of taken back that I had laughed. Excuse me. Bless me. Allergies. And she said, "How can you smile and laugh?" I don't find nothing funny. Case in point, I'm the one who has went through the god-awful divorce, the tearing of the soul, the Velcro, the ripping of one's heart in two belonging to the same body. Forgiveness. So I was blessed of God to say to her, look here, sister. I have hurt God more than anybody can ever hurt me. I have sinned against God more than anybody can ever hurt me. I have lied to and done so many things against God, and He still forgives me. So who am I to hold a grudge or to hold an auto fault when I have all of my faults and flaws and fallacies and falsities? Who am I? Forgiveness. And I said to the sister, I forgive my ex-wife. I've asked God to forgive her, and I hope she forgives me, because I sure enough forgive her. And I ask God to forgive her for hurting me and vice versa. But it's all about forgiveness. The ability to ask God to cluck you upside your heart and mind in a supernatural way, a supernatural blunt force trauma. Not a short-term memory loss, not a long-term memory loss, but a eternity of forgiveness. I thank God for blessing me. And oftentimes I pray, Lord, please forgive me for hurting this person and that person. I'll say the name and the offense. I've been doing it for years. And if something come back to my mind from yesteryear, I ask God for forgiveness. And then I'll vice versa and say, Lord, not only do I ask you to forgive me for hurting them, I ask you to forgive them for hurting me. Gotta go deep, man. You toss and turn. It's deep, man. You gonna learn. You gotta forgive. Yes, you do, man. This is true, and you got to forgive in order to, man, go forward in life. Forgive, man or your wife. Forgive, husband or woman, girl or boy. Got to forgive, man. In this world, it's deep, man. When you toss and turn, it's deep, man. You got to learn. You got to learn. We have to learn to forgive people. Ask God to bless you, to give you the ability and desire to forgive. And He will. Let your heart out of jail today. God bless you. I didn't mean to be so long. I pray that you see this all the way through. And that you see also, watch this, the ability, and pray for the desires inside your heart to forgive those who have hurt you, and ask God forgive you for hurting them. It's deep, man. Stop tossing and turning. In your sleep, forgive. Deep, man. You're gonna learn. This is deep, deep, man. Peace. Forgive. One. Hallelujah.